If you've not heard of vibe coding, and a lot of you probably have heard of it here and there, but still don't really know what it means. It's a weird term for just AI coding.
It means that AI does the coding for you?
It's writing software with natural language. It's with you just telling a box, like a ChatGPT box, but it's not ChatGPT. You're telling a box that I want you to build me a piece of software that does blank, right? And then it's going to build the thing, and you're going to say, yeah, I like that, but I wish this was to the left, or I wish that was to the right, or I wish this was purple. I wish the button was here. I wish it had this feature. I wish it had that feature. And you're just trying to get the software to have the vibe that you're looking for. And the better software engines now.
Did you name this vibe coding,
No,
or is this
I didn't.
okay? Somebody else
I wish
did.
I did. But the different engines that do this is why you're getting invoices. It's kind of like OpenAI. It's kind of like OpenAI and Claude and Gemini. Each one of these different engines, that these vibe coding engines, do something slightly different, right? So it's a lot of you might have 3 or 4 subscriptions to do this, but they're cheap subscriptions. They're like $20 a month each, right? For the most part. Now all that's probably eventually going to go up, but none of that really matters. What matters is, number one, you can be in the software business today if you've never written a piece of software without hiring a coder. You can learn a handful of skills. I think every Thursday on the AI Morning Club, I think Russell talks about vibe coding, doesn't he?
I know that's what he talked about. Yeah, but I don't know what he's.
By the way, AI Morning Club, you can go on every day of the week. AIMorningClub.com.
Tuesday's the best day.
Yeah, Tuesday's the day that Emma's there. I'd skip that one if I were you. But Monday I'll be there. So if you want brains, if you want brawn, you can go on Tuesdays.
If you want someone who's going to show up late and complain about how early in the morning it is, you can go to Perry.
Yeah. But 8 o'clock every morning we do AI Morning Club, and we just talk,
and that's going to be Central Time.
Central Time. We just talk about AI for 30 minutes, share wins, share tips.
If you want to sign up for AIMorningClub.com.
Yeah, and it's free. It'll always be free. It'll never cost you.
But Russell talks about vibe coding, or at least he did this Thursday.
Talks about tech and vibe coding on Thursday. He's so into vibe coding, he's not going to talk about anything else. I know Russell. He's our tech guy for many, many years. Anyway, so basically you can just sit down with this thing and say, build me a software application that does this. These things, by the way, build websites too. Build landing page websites. Now they're getting to where the designs are beautiful. It's really, really interesting. But bottom line is, most of the software applications you can build with vibe coding right now, if you have the skill level I have, which is not very high, are fairly basic applications. But it's really interesting in there that they're my favorite kind. They're one problem, one solution applications. So you go in and say, I want to build a thing that'll do this for me. And you can do this. You could have done this with a custom GPT. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain in a second. Or even maybe an AI prompt. But a lot of these pieces of software are standalone pieces of software that look just like expensive pieces of software that you buy. But in the background, they're being ran by a series of AI prompts for the most part. And they go do certain things. Like we have one that builds AI newsletters. Like if you're a newsletter publisher, one of the pieces of software that we built will write all your newsletters for you.
We did an episode on newsletters recently. I think they should go back and listen to that.
So if you want to start a newsletter business, you don't want to have to newsletters, this AI newsletter writer will do it for you. We've got one that we created, a vibe coded a piece of software called Agile Scrum. And it's a cross between Trello and Monday. That's a little easier to use. Less features, but the features most people use. We've got a little piece of software called FlipSmart, and it just takes pictures of things and tells you how much they're worth in secondary marketplaces. So if you're at the yard sale and you want to pick up a vase and find out that vase is worth $50 and you can buy it for $5, it'll even post it on eBay for you while you're on your way home. Stuff like that. These little applications that are...
And that's all vibe coding.
That's all vibe coding. And most of those are done within a day.
We interrupt this pod to bring you this really special announcement. You need to go right now. Well, maybe they want to go right now. Want to stop?
No, at the end. We don't want to have them stop.
Go to trainwreckshow.com. There's lots of bots there, GPT bots that do things for you, that do a lot of your work. So you don't have to work so much. You can drink more beer. The episode archives are over there. There's all of our resources, worksheets, workbooks. Everything that we've done that we give away is over there. Go get it right now. There's a lot of resources there. Way more resources than you get when you buy a lot of communities, I think.
And don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can catch every episode as soon as it hits. We'll send you a notification.
It doesn't mean you're liking Emma, by the way, because I know that slows us down on our likes. You can just click and say, I like Perry. You don't have to like Emma. It works the same way.
Russell can do these within a day most of the time with these little pieces of software, sometimes within an hour, depending on how difficult it is. Now, if you're going to do something really complicated, it might take a week, which is crazy. And if you can now hire vibe coders on Upwork and Fiverr that can do more complicated things for a few $100. So the software business is getting very democratized. So what's that mean? Well, it means that software is not going to be worth a lot soon, probably, unless you have a lot of user base built up and there's a networking effect. That's a whole different episode. But the point is, people want apps that do things, be it a prompt for AI that will go do something, a custom GPT. We do something called GPT farms, where you can build custom GPTs and put them in a members area like Chris does, or you can build a standalone application that nobody knows that it's not this big complicated piece of software, but really it's just a series of prompts in the background. And they're awesome. So one of the things that we found that's really interesting, and hopefully you watched the newsletter episode before this because it kind of weaves into this. A lot of the vibe coding that you're doing right now, you can sell those applications. People will buy them. They're usually lower ticket. I love the sub $10, what I call the micro SaaS market, where I use a tool called wordmark.it. And all it does, you type a word in and it shows you what that word looks like in every Google font. That's all it does. So if you're designing, you can see what your logo or what something would look like in a font. It's a really cool little tool. It's $5 a month. I'm a subscriber to that tool. I have been for 4 years. I'll never cancel it, probably. And they have over 100,000 subscribers at $5 a month. And Russell and I on a call the other day rebuilt that tool and made it better in 30 minutes. We built the exact same tool and made it better in 30 minutes. So one of the things that's cool with vibe coding, a great way to learn it is just start rebuilding the software that you already use for your own use. And it's not hard. You can learn it on YouTube, really, although that's pretty scattered. We did a training on it called 60-Minute SaaS a few months ago, but now it's updated a lot. I'll give you a couple of tools that people are using for it. On the simplest side, and then I'm going to tell you how you make money with it if you don't sell it, because there's a way to make money with these applications that you don't sell, okay? But number one, the easiest platform to vibe code with right now is probably still Bolt, BOLT.new, bolt.new. You just literally go there and say, build me a this. If you want to do a really cool experiment, say, build me a clone of Trello. That's all you have to say. And this thing will take off writing code, and pretty soon you'll have a clone of Trello sitting right there. It'll be a workable clone. Bolt is very simple. It only builds very, very, very simple applications. The next one that's better than Bolt now that just came
This
along
is the one, oh, well,
is Lovable.
Yeah, Lovable is the one I like the best.
Lovable's what everybody's using now. That's in the mid-range, right? This is what I use a lot of the time because it's still simple enough for me. And Lovable's great at building a little more complicated applications. It's a lot easier to host a Lovable application. They've got built-in hosting. And Lovable's got to where it's kind of almost getting more famous for building websites now than it is for building software.